What's up, Leo? Welcome to your December 2018 reading. This is going to be perfect for you if you're a Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If the messages don't resonate with you, then please check out your Moon, your Rising, your Venus, or whatever other important placements to you, because this can't, reach everybody. But I do hope that each and every one of you guys who hear this message find a gem, a piece of advice, something to chew on. That's my prayer and my wish for all of you guys, okay? So before I go into this reading, I just want to say that I'm super thankful for all of you guys. I can't believe December's here. Like, this year just flew by. And, this will complete basically my year being on YouTube. I started in January. So to all of you guys who have been here with me on my journey and supported me and liked and shared and subscribed and left really nice comments, I totally appreciate you guys. All of you guys who have reached out for personal readings, totally appreciate you guys. And just really excited for what's to come. And yeah, I've got a lot of gratitude for all of you. And I'm excited for next year. So let's wrap up this year, right? And I apologize if these are coming out a little bit late. I had my own little tower moment hit last week with family. Everything's good. Tower moments for me are always good. I feel like they're good for everybody because at the end of the day, they hit because, get away with the stuff that doesn't matter. But anyways, so I just want to thank you guys for your patience. I know these have been out late. People have been emailing me, asking me where certain signs are. So here we are today, okay? Now, before I go into, the actual cards, I do want to just kind of give you an overview. This reading is really interesting to me. I think it's a really good reading. It's really about encouraging you guys to live in your truth, speak your truth, and not always worry about people pleasing, right? Not always worry about being likable. Leos, you guys are very likable. You guys are like so charming. You guys are always usually popular. People really adore you, like to be around you. Your energy is very attractive and very hypnotizing, right? But I encourage you guys to look at the way that you guys go about things and the way that you guys choose to, maybe cover up pain and in order to make everybody else comfortable. But, there are things that maybe you need to tackle yourself and get your healing from, right? And I say that because starting out, you guys got the hyena card. Now we know that the hyena is like the jokesters of the animals, right? Whenever I think of hyenas, I think of that dumb one, Ed in Lion King, right? They're always joking, always laughing. They're the jokesters of the spirit animal cards, right? And they almost always kind of like the raccoon, which, who had the raccoon? Someone had the raccoon this month. I'm sorry, I don't remember who at this moment. Actually, yes, I do. It was yesterday. It was Cancer. So especially those of you guys who are on the cusp of Cancer, you might want to watch the Cancer video. But much like the raccoon, there's always this sense of wearing a false mask, right? With the hyena, there's always this sense of making things okay and acting like things are okay, where deep down inside things might not be. And having the ability to be vulnerable and express your fears and express your concerns, kind of without feeling judged, I think is really big for you guys this month. But, sometimes when we're in that moment where we're just playing so much and joking so much, other people don't really take us seriously, and it can affect our future opportunities, right? And it just can affect things, period, because if people don't know where you are, sometimes people can take your lightheartedness or whatever for granted and feel like they can run over you and feel like certain actions or things that they do or things that they say are okay with you because you're just like, you kind of let it roll off your back. And that's cool. That's a really good ability. But at the same time, it's really important that that's not always the face that you're showing, okay? And it's okay if you feel a different way. I think you guys don't want to bring burdens and troubles to anybody else. And that's admirable, but at what cost? So just something to keep in mind. Now, the unseen energy, the bottom of the deck, is the Page of Cups. So I do feel like you guys have a lot of new opportunities coming for you, ones that will put you in a great space emotionally. Um, you know, cusps come when we're right there on the brink of something else happening. So I feel like this is very like early stages um, of, of great things popping off that are going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled. It also indicates very much a need to move using your intuition, right? Not being so impulsive and just going for things, but yes, thinking about it logically, but also like checking in with your gut, checking in with your number one player, you know, and making sure that it feels good with that. Okay, so good things coming. I think that's great. For some of you guys, could be new love, but this reading doesn't really feel so much like love, which is great because I'm going to do a love reading next. So I'm going to speak as general as possible, but if certain things pop up, of course, I got to say it. So you guys are starting out with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. And it's really interesting because I feel like the Seven of Swords has been showing its face a lot lately. Now, this is traditionally like a card of someone who could be like a cheat, a liar, someone who can't be trusted, or someone who like often self-sabotages or avoids their problems, right? So he's running away with all these swords and he thinks he's getting away with it, right? We never really get away with things unscathed. For me, with you, it makes me think of the hyena card, where it's like using your jokes and your charm as a mask, right? As a mask to cover up things that are coming up, or like are really going on with you, as a mask to cover up things that really worry you, right? And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's because you want to be strong for other people. But it's important that, again, you're checking in with you too, because I do feel like some of you may have came out of something that was really hard for you, whether it was something with work or even in your personal relationships, or like, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband type thing. But this indicates that you've gone through a time. It indicates that your head might be a little banged up here, right? This Knight of Wands person is a little skeptical. They move a little slow. Like, they're able to move, right? They're able to fight. They're able to stand there in their power as much as they can, but we can't deny the fact that they've been hurt before. So for some of you guys, it feels like in order to kind of cover up that pain, because I feel like you guys want to be that lighthearted, fun energy that comes into the room. You don't want to be the energy that pulls things down. There's a little bit of wearing that false mask and always like being the jokester for everybody. But inside, I feel like there are real worries that might be a good idea for you to tackle this month, right? Or just really take a look at and be okay with feeling that way, right? Now, up above that, you guys have the Knight of Wands, which I think is beautiful because this is all about forward movement. It's all about action. It's all about really taking control, and a lot of you guys going on a new journey, right? Because the knights are always on a journey. They're always on a mission. That's like what they do. They're always on a quest, right? And this is fire energy. This is your energy. So not only are you going for it, you're going for it with a fiery passion, right? You're not, this isn't Knight of Pentacles where you're still planning things out and things are slowly kind of coming along. Like, this indicates that you guys are really ready to move forward in things that feel good, that feel passionate, and things that just really feel good to you. And I feel like a lot of you guys, even though there may be a little bit of this energy of not knowing what's ahead, the unknown, there's also this energy of excitement and fire behind it. A lot of you guys may be traveling, looking at these pyramids in the background, right? Might be traveling, especially it's holiday season. That would make sense. But I do like that energy of the Knight of Wands where it is right there. Now, at the root, we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is an air energy. This is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But, the energy of the Queen of Swords, so you guys can be dealing with someone like that, right? That can be your boss, your mom, your lover, your whatever, right? The thing about the Queen of Swords is she's very wise. And she's wise. She gained all her wisdom through life experience, right? She's elevated from a caterpillar to that butterfly that we see here, right? And she expects people to be very upfront with her. She expects people to be very honest with her. Matter of fact, you can't even step into her space unless you're coming with it like that. Now, I do feel like this is your energy. Now, going back to that Seven of Swords, there may have been people that around you that you feel like have been trying to get over on you and cheat you. And I feel like if that is the case for those of you people who feel like that, I think you guys are in a space where you're like, no, going forward, I've learned my lessons and I'm not letting that shit happen again. Absolutely not. That's not sliding again. And I say that too because in your past, you've got the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is a really, oh God, for me, it's worse than Ten of Swords because this is like, so this is the beginning of the end, and the Ten of Swords is like the end cycle. It's completed. But when you're Nine of Swords energy, it's like you got thoughts all over the place that are just really fucking up your day. You know, could be fucking up your sleep. You know, got you up all night. There's a lot of worry there. There's a lot of doubt there. This isn't an energy of confidence moving forward. This is a stuck energy. You know, this is an energy of worrying about something till it's dust. You know what I mean? But because it is a 9, I do like that we're coming to an end of that. Now with this Nine of Swords and this Nine of Wands, yeah, it makes me feel like there may have been things that have gone on in the past, experiences that you guys have gone through, that it's like you're almost worried that things are going to happen like that again. But what's really important is to, instead of focusing on the things that didn't work out, it's more important to focus on the things that you want. Because when we focus on the things that we want, we law of attract those things. And then that way we're able to get those things. Now, if you're just focusing on things that happened in the past and you're going back and forth with it in your brain, then we accidentally law of attract those, more things like it, right? It's just the way that it is. So it's okay. I think we're coming to an end with that because again, what I think is helping you guys is I think you guys are really finding your voice right now. Those of you guys have been feeling a little bit lost or indecisive, not really knowing what to do. And I think for a lot of you, Scorpio season has kind of turned your world upside down. But I feel like you're coming back into things and being able to be more fiery because we are in this fire Sagittarius season right now. Be sure that you're not burning yourself out though this month because right after that, we do go into Leo season. We do go into Capricorn season. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the taskmaster of all the planets, right? So while you're out there having fun and being very direct and, taking these new opportunities and things seriously, that's really, really good. Don't overwork yourself because, towards the end of the month, we do shift into a whole different energy. And I do think that if you do too much, it will feel very different and exhausting for you, right? It's like you get that burnout and then start to feel like, oh my God, I'm doing everything wrong. Don't do that. So just be mindful of that. Now, what I do like to see is in the near future, you guys have the Three of Pentacles, which is really beautiful. This is all about collaboration. This is about you guys, meeting and working with different people. This is very much a social card. So you guys might find that, it makes sense too. We're in holiday season. So you guys may find that you're going out more, you're mingling more, you are connecting with people who are more like-minded. And maybe you're even connecting with people who aren't because the Three of Pentacles, these are 3 different unlikely people to work together. But through their working together and through their getting to know each other, they find respect for one another, right? And through that, they're able to create something beautiful going forward. So in terms of work, I do feel like you've got some new beginnings, right? Because this is like the beginning stages, right? Three of Pentacles is like the beginnings, but it's the beginnings of good work. So I really do like that. I feel like you guys are really going to be in a place where you're feeling really strong and confident in your work life. Also strong and confident in your social life. If you guys have kind of been, those of you guys who've kind of been holding back and keeping to yourself a little bit more, I do feel like this energy is really good for you. And I do feel like it's really good for you too, because I feel like it's going to help you come out of your head with that Seven of Swords and with that Nine of Swords energy, okay? Now, hopes and fears. I feel like you guys are just really hoping to move forward. I feel like for the last couple months, Leos have really been planning, really planning and really thinking about your legacy, really thinking about, what you want to do and really trying to find something that aligns with you on an emotional level and, maybe that pays the bills, right? Instead of just having a job, like I feel like Leos have really been all about career and figuring out exactly where they feel like they fit in this time and space and what feels good for them. There's also a fear that this may take a little bit longer than you're expecting. It's like if you guys aren't seeing the results right away, then, there's a fear like, is it ever going to come? Like, I'm just sitting here waiting, waiting, waiting. I don't think you have to worry about that. One thing we have to remember is that, you never get, well, sometimes people are able to manifest instantly, but in most cases, the blessing doesn't come the second you ask for it, right? There is this little bit of a pause period where like the universe is behind the scenes working it out to get it to you. So I don't think there's any fear here again, or anything that you should fear here. Again, you've got that page of Cups card. I do feel like you guys are falling into place, falling into things that make you feel really, really good and getting your healing from that. And then up above that, talking of healing of that, we've got the Star card. So this is Aquarius energy. There can be an Aquarius person that is very influential in your life. This is the placement of your environment, right? But I do feel like you guys are going to be coming into a place where you feel good. I feel like a lot of your dreams are going to be coming true in a sense. And you may not get like the full, like everything changed drastically, but I do feel like you'll be getting little things, little, if you pay attention, like there'll be little signs that are showing you like, yeah, everything's working out, or little things, right? I feel like you guys will be coming into a place where, you're feeling more grounded and emotional, right? In the healthiest way, and using both your logics and your emotional, your heart space to move forward into the things that you love. And again, there's a lot of hope there. I feel like you are starting to surround yourself with people who are very positive. Again, going back to this Three of Pentacles, you guys are going to be around people who are more positive, more like-minded, people that you feel like you can grow with, people that you feel like you can build things with. So that's really, really good. And in a way, I feel like you guys will be able to kind of take away this hyena mask of always being the jokester and always trying to be everybody's favorite. And I think you'll meet some people who are like really genuine, to where they will help encourage you with any healing that you need to do, right? And push you forward. Now in your headspace, you got the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful because this is like a spark of inspiration. This is something new. Aces are always a gift from the universe, right? New beginnings, fresh new starts, which is, love this. And I feel like this is what's on your brain, which is exactly why you guys have this Knight of Wands energy too, right? It's like you guys are feeling inspired, you're ready to go for things. Remember, don't burn yourself out. Be still very discerning over the things that are going to work best for you in this point in time. You don't have to tackle everything all at once. But I do like that there is forward movement. And I do like that there are things that you guys are feeling really inspired to do and feeling very passionate about. And that's really, really good. Now, last card is you guys got the Death card. Death card is all about transformation. It's all about doing away with things that are dead and gone and no longer serving us. And, it's a rebirth. It's a rebirth. So I feel like the closer you guys get to the things that you like, and honestly, I feel like the closer you guys get to these different connections, I do feel like a lot of you guys will be meeting new people that can point you in the direction of some really cool shit, which is really, really good. And I feel like as you're slowly gaining perspective and, new experiences and new friends, I feel like there's even healing in that. I do feel like the world that you once knew, it's going to look different. It's going to be completely transformed, right? And I feel like you guys are really guided to do this. Now, death energy is not easy necessarily when you're in it, because it's hard to lose things or people or, whatever. I do feel like there's a little bit of a detoxing effect going on, but it's all good. And death energy, when it comes, it doesn't come sporadically like the Tower energy. It's not something that like universe just says, oh, okay, let's write this off. The death energy, we feel it coming, we see it coming. Again, we just came out of this Scorpio energy. So, and gosh, we have a new moon tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 7th. I'm doing this on the 6th. So I just feel like there's a lot of new beginnings going on with you guys. And I feel like come, the end of the month, in many ways, your world's going to look very, very different, but for the better. And it makes sense. We're going into a new year. right? So this is when people are naturally like inspired to, set resolutions, do goals, like, make changes, little changes in their life that are going to be for the better moving forward. And I feel like you guys are no different. So it's really, really good. Now, I pulled an oracle card and you guys got successful funding. Love. It says, your idea is, nope. It says, your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you that idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Yes, so, and this is going back for me with that Three of Pentacles. I think it's important that you guys are able to put yourself out there, and like, let's say if there's work events or whatever, that you guys are going and doing the networking and stuff, because it almost feels to me like you never know what opportunities you're going to bump into. And even in terms of like partnerships, you never know who you're going to meet that's trying to do the same thing as you, but maybe, their strength is in one area, your strength is another, and you guys can combine that together and form something beautiful. Or you never know who you meet who maybe want to like sponsor you in something, especially if you're trying to do something on your own. And the biggest thing that people have to realize when it comes to like business and money and all that stuff is your relationships with people matter more than anything else, right? Because if you are likable and you are reliable and you're impeccable with your word and all those things, you attract people who are in high places who want to work with you, right? And that means more than anything because you meet people who can connect you to the right situations. So I think that's really important to keep in mind. And I think you guys are literally going to have a bomb ass December. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, go ahead and reach out to me. My email is she'svibeytarot@gmail.com. And I'll see you in the love reading. Bye.